Yeah, I have a completely different subject than those subjects that were introduced today. So I'll bring something new on the table. I've heard the word AI many times. I will introduce the next stage, meaning BI, bird intelligence. Just a little joke. No, so my name is Kris Ulens. It's the green button on top. Yes. Voilà. I work as an enterprise architect at Brussels Airport, but I'm not going to talk about enterprise architecture, which is a whole topic on its own, but I will talk about my other passion, meaning falconry. Falconry is an art. It's recognized by UNESCO in 2010, so it's intangible cultural heritage of humankind, and it's the way how you interact with a bird of prey in partnership to go out hunting. Most of the people, if you talk about falconry, they have the reflection to think like, it's the bird show I saw in a castle, medieval castle, or in a theme park or whatsoever. But that's actually not falconry. Falconry is a century-old, even millennia-old partnership that you interact with a bird of prey to go out hunting. So have a common goal, and how can you reach that goal? That's something I'd like to share with you. You have different types of animals, and actually you can divide those types of animals into big groups, meaning social animals and solitary animals. We as human beings are also part of the social animal group, to put it that way, and the interaction is completely different. I also do horse riding. Working with horses is in a setting where the horse tries to be part of a group. So you as a leader, you give safety, you give security, so that the group itself has a better chance of survival. Which means that not belonging to a group is something that is negative. So you can punish in a way, you can give negative feedback to correct behavior to animals that are working in a group. The opposite is true for solitary animals. So a bird of prey, for example, is a solitary animal, does not know, has the knowledge of a group or the acting within a group. So giving a negative impression or something negative to that species will result in a disconnect of your partnership. So interacting with a bird of prey requires you always to be in a positive mood, to engage in a positive sense, so that the bird experiences it as a positive signal and wants to interact with you. This is Anshopan. Anshopan is, at this stage when the picture was taken, she was 13 years old, and she was guided by her father to learn the art of training a golden eagle. As you see, this is a golden eagle. There is a documentary about it, so I invite you to search for the documentary. I think it's even available online. It's already a decade and a half ago or something that it was brought to broadcast. She's now, I think, 23, 24 years old. Last week or a couple of weeks ago, I saw a picture of her that she just got married. So she, everything grows. But she was 13 years old, and how does it come that even she, as a young, very young person, is capable of getting that interaction? Is because it's always on positive feedback. It's not on power, it's not on strength. That golden eagle can easily take a wolf in real life. So she is very weak in that sense. So it's not about setting up a power relationship or something with strength and being more impressive to the other. No, it's all about trust. The eagle will trust her to guide him, or the eagle itself, towards a better result in life. That's the partnership which is very weak. It's very intangible. It's a communication style without words. It's having the knowledge, having the interaction with. It's also a basis of mutual respect. If you, as a falconer, don't respect and overrule and always go into, I want you to do this, then the bird will disconnect. The opposite is also true. If you leave the bird too free, then the bird will do its own thing, and then you can't come to the shared result either. So it's a very, very tiny type of relationship. To me, it's a very fair type of relationship. It's very honest, because you get straight results. If something goes wrong, the bird immediately reacts to you. And how does that reflect to my daily life? Because I haven't followed many classes on leadership whatsoever, but in my function as an enterprise architect, I also need to interact with a lot of teams, a lot of people across the organization to make the business strategy, and I'm still explaining a bit what enterprise architecture is about, but making the business strategy happen within the company. How do I apply this? Well, based on my experience with Falconry, I try to engage and motivate people as much as possible. You can't force engagement. One of the things I've learned from Falconry, I can bring the falcon to the stage, but it's the falcon that needs to act. And it's up to me as leading that scenery, leading that goal, that aim, how I bring the falcon in that setting. That's what I can do, what I can interact with. And if that's successful, then the falcon is motivated to engage. So the second point is motivate beats control. So I will not be able to control the falcon. I will not be able to say sit like you can do with, for example, a dog, but I can motivate the falcon. So each time, if the falcon does something good, I try to give it a positive reward. Most of the time is by food. Some of you will also look forward to the next dinner. It's also a good reward. But in the kingdom of animals, food is a very strong motivator. So food is something that you give as a reward, but also if the bird hunted something successfully, sit down, be relaxed, be together with the bird, let the bird enjoy its pleasure at that moment, so the next time that the bird is coming back into the scenery, that the bird is well motivated and remembered the positive feedback. And then feedback is immediate and honest, as I explained before. If we work with birds of prey, if they don't agree, they will grab you. They will teach you, they will show you, I'm not okay with this situation, I'm not happy with this setting, so you need to interact. We as human beings, we have the capability to step into other people's. I think acting is one of the most pure forms of it, so to step into even material. So people acting have sometimes the task to act like materials, which is very strange to ask to an animal to do so. But we can live their worlds. That's also one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about falconry, because a falcon for me is the guide to discover nature, to discover wildlife, how it all fits together, how all is connected. And then consistency builds trust is also something very important. Be consistent. Do and keep on doing the same thing, that it gets familiar to the bird as well. I don't think I need to give any examples on political level nowadays on not being consistent, but with animals, if you're not consistent, the animal will not know what to do, will not know what to expect from you, because we have no language to communicate or whatsoever. So be consequent with your relationship. And the last one that I want to mention, let go at the right moment. The question that I often get is, aren't you afraid that if you let the bird go, that you will lose the birds? But that's part of the game, letting the bird go. The bird has the ability to fly in a wider space than we human beings can ever imagine. But the moment that you feel this bird is ready to fly, let it go. If you have that positive feedback, if you have that positive reinforcement bond, that partnership, trust the bird will come back to you. It might not be in a second, it might not be in the 5 coming minutes. Let the bird do its thing, and the bird will trust you to come back. So that's also something I learned, and I try to establish as much as possible in my professional life as well. And then the last thing, I wanted to share. The word career is mentioned in the title, and it's actually a falconry word, meaning career. In the medieval times, we didn't have cameras, and video equipment. So people in medieval times, when they went out hunting, they had people writing down every possible movement of the scenery of the hunting scene, so that they documented it, that later on, if they do storytelling and whatsoever, or they share a good story during meal in the evenings, then they could re-describe the whole flight. And carrière is one of the words that is used, or carrière, because actually it came from French. Carrière is in falconry a word describing when a falcon is going to a height, a certain height, to wade over, to overview the whole area, to then go into a very steep dive at a very big speed to go for a catch. So just as something to give you, career is a falconry word. And a last word before I end my talk. Another word I want to share with you, because I heard the word gentle falling in one of the sessions. Gentle or gentleman is also a falconry word. It's derived from the Old Frankish language. Before the Battle of Hastings, I can talk ages about it, but the Battle of Hastings about 1066, a lot of French words were introduced into English. What is gentil or gentilhomme is the person, a human being that was capable, had the knowledge, the decency to carry a female peregrine falcon. So the falcon you see here on the slide. So the person that has the decency, the calm, the knowledge, the standing as well to carry this bird, because it was a privilege to carry a peregrine falcon, he or she was called a gentilhomme, and that was later introduced in the English language as gentleman. So next time if you use the word gentleman, no, it's a falconry term. So that's my message from my practice on learning positive reinforcement based from my interactions with human beings. Thank you.